Hello students, I am Sharmina Alam. Welcome you to English class. Hope you all are safe and sound. In our previous class, we were revising present tense, and today we are going to re-explore past tense. Like present tense, past tense is also of four types, and first one is past simple tense. A sentence in past simple tense, there can be two types of verb. There might be to be verb. In that case, the structure will be subject plus was or were. It will depend upon the subject. If the subject is singular, we will use was. If the subject is plural, or if the subject is from second person, be it singular or plural, we will use were. Like, I was sick yesterday. They were sick yesterday. So it's if it's to be verb, and if there is not a to be verb, any other verb, then the subject plus past simple form of that verb will be given. Like, she went shopping last month. Went is the past form of the verb go. Since it's a past tense, we have to use went instead of go. So she went shopping last month. We got up late yesterday. And negative and questioning is as we did in our present tense form, like that. We have to put a note. Like, I was not sick yesterday. They were not sick last day. And in case of other verb, we have to bring past form of do, that is did. She didn't go shopping last month. We didn't get up late yesterday. In case of questioning, auxiliary verb, to be verb, what was the to be verb, we have to bring at the beginning of the sentence, but not auxiliary verb. In this case, this was where is the main verb, we know. So where you sick yesterday? Were they sick last day? So the main verb was or were we have to bring at the beginning of the sentence. And in case of other verbs, again we have to bring did. Did she go shopping last month? Did you get up late yesterday? Like this. Now, when we have to use it? We have to use past simple tense when we talk about an action that is finished in the past. I met him last week. So meeting is over, right? Again, when we talk about a series of actions completed in the past. I woke up, had breakfast, and went to school. There are a series of actions, but all of those are completed. How can we understand a sentence is in the past indefinite tense? There must be some words like yesterday, last week, last month, last year, last Christmas, in 2017, or like anything ago. The second one is past continuous tense. The structure will be subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing. She was cooking when I came. In case of negative, we have to put a not, and in case of questioning, we have to bring the auxiliary verb at the beginning of the sentence. Was she cooking when he came? We use past continuous tense when we talk about an incomplete action at a specific time in the past. Look at the difference. In past indefinite tense, the action is completed in the past, and in past continuous tense, the action is not completed, it's going on. Like Max was playing games yesterday afternoon. Again, we use it when we talk about an incomplete action that was interrupted by another. I was doing my homework when my mom called. We talk about two actions that were happening at the same time. In this case, we also use past continuous tense. Like my mom was cooking while my dad was reading newspapers. So, two actions were happening side by side. And this continuous process was happening in the past. If it was in the present, we will use it like present continuous tense. If it's happened in future, it will be future continuous tense. So again, we use it when we want to talk about an action that happens many times and irritates the speaker. Something happened many times in the past, like she was always talking in the class. Third one, and the most difficult one, I must say, is past perfect tense. The structure is almost like present perfect tense. There will be a subject and then had, that means have, has, past form of have, has, then past participle. But wait. In case of past perfect tense, note that in case of past perfect tense, we must bring a sentence in past indefinite tense, either at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Why? Because in case of past perfect tense, there must be two actions happened in the past. One action happened earlier and the other later. We have to remember the action that happened earlier, we have to make it past perfect tense, and the action that happened later, we have to make it past indefinite tense. And we have to add these two clauses with any conjunction, with any connecting word like after, before, when. But we must have to bring two incidents. One happened earlier, one happened later. Earlier one is past perfect tense, later one is past indefinite tense. And in case of negative sentence, we have to bring a note. She had not done her homework when I came. And in case of question, we have to bring this, we have to put this had at the beginning of the sentence. Like, had she done her homework when you came? Just see, in three of this sentence, I have added when I came. This when I came is very necessary. When I came, I'm talking about it symbolically. It's not necessary that every time you have to put when I came. Every time you have to put another clause which will be in past indefinite tense. This is necessary because in perfect tense, two actions happen. One earlier, another later. Earlier one is past perfect tense, later one is past indefinite tense, and these two clauses must be together, must be added together with some connecting words. Clear? Last one is, uses. Uses is still left. Let us read out the slide. The past perfect and present perfect are used in the same way. একইভাবে দুটো কিন্তু ইউজ হয়. However, the past perfect refers to a time in the past, while the present perfect tense refers to a time in the present. পার্থক্যটা কোথায়? Past perfect tense নির্দেশ করে অতীতকালের ঘটনায় আর প্রেজেন্ট পারফেক্ট টেন্স বর্তমান। বাকি কিন্তু স্ট্রাকচার একই এবং সিচুয়েশনও একই। আবার কখন? To talk about something started in the past and still continued to given time in the past. Something started happening in the past and it's not finished, still continuing, but in the past. If still continues and came to present tense, then it will become a present perfect tense. Not that. It started happening in the past and still continued to a given time in the past. In that case is past perfect tense. Example, I had learned English for 10 years. There must be another clause. That is a different case. Again, to talk about something happened before another action in the past. Something happened before another action. My mom had come before it rained. বৃষ্টি হওয়ার আগে আমার মা চলে এসেছে। আগে কে এসেছে? মা এসেছে। বৃষ্টি হয়েছে পরে। আগে যেটা হয়েছে সেটা past perfect tense. And the signal verbs, there can be already, just, never, ever. If we see these words, we can gaze that this sentence might be an example of a past perfect tense. Then last one is past perfect continuous tense, which is almost like present perfect continuous tense. Difference is, in present perfect continuous tense, after subject there is have been or has been, and in past perfect tense there is had been, and the similarity is in both case verb plus ing. She had been cooking in the kitchen for an hour when I got home. And in case of negative, we must add a not, and in case of questioning, we have to bring that had at the beginning of the sentence. She had not been cooking in the kitchen for hours when I got home. Had she been cooking in the kitchen for hours when she got home? Another thing I have to remind you, in past perfect tense there must be two actions, but in past perfect continuous tense no such necessity. In past perfect continuous tense there can be one action either. So that's all for uses. The past perfect continuous is partly like the present perfect continuous, but it refers to a continuous action that was finished at some point in the past. এটা অনেকটাই প্রেজেন্ট পারফেক্ট কন্টিনিউয়াসের মতন, কিন্তু ঘটনাটা ঘটে past tense. Example, I recognize that I had been doing nonsense things to change her. Jim and Laura had not been working at the same place for years before they saw each other last time. He had been waiting for me for hours before I came. Had you been studying Spanish for 7 years before you moved to Spain? So, in all sentences we can see something happened in the past for a long duration. Finally, that's all for the discussion of past tense. Hopefully we will re-explore future tense in our next class. Till then, take care and have a safe life. Thank you.